Good morning, everybody, and this is your Dow Jones day trade setup for today. So diversions are still continuing here, which is a bit of a worry for me, especially when it's happening over 2 weeks now. So you can see there the oscillators were high, made a lower high, and then the week was high, and then last week closed with a higher high. So that is diversion, which is always an indication that you should expect something, some sort of a pullback to happen. Now, the closest bit of structure is really down here, and we'll get to those levels now. And what looks like forming at the moment is a bit of a triangle. Nothing really to write home about, but it's kind of there. Yeah, big inside bar on the 3 hour, big inside bar on the 8 hour, but it was close of the week, so it was last day of the week, Friday obviously. And typically, you know, bars, when you look at a bar, you've typically always got, well, not always, but the bulk of the time you have a tail to the upside and a tail to the downside. Doesn't matter how big or small it is, but if you just do your homework, you'll see majority of the bars are like that. The higher probability is that the bars will have some form of a tail. So if you look at the weekly on this, you can see we had a bit of a tail that's a profit taking at the end of the bar, at the end of the week. So that's kind of pretty clear. So it's been a solid trend on the weekly. If you look at that green, I don't expect that to change just yet. So what are we looking for? We're looking for opportunities to buy, and there you can see the triangle I'm referring to, clear as mud. Actually, just take it like that. So there's our consolidation at the moment. Oscillator starting to ease off to the downside ever so slightly. This is the area we need to pay attention to. Just put it right there. So that is 36,190. Any retest of 36,190, I'm looking for an opportunity to buy back into this. At the moment, it is consolidating, and you'll be well advised to look at the 15 minutes on this one. And the reason I say that is you can see the range that is forming already. There it is there. I'm just going to get rid of the noise here. Keep the trend line in, forget the top one. There is our range. So oscillators are slap bang in the middle, prices in the middle. There's the high, there's the low. That's just sort of a little bit of a squeeze coming up. So which way is it going to go? The trend is up, a bigger trend is up, so I would assume a break of 36,340 area. So a break retest of that gives you a long, and first target is going to be a retest, the original high, so the high of last week, which will be up there. So that's going to be your first target, which is 36,492. Then I would assume if we get above that, then 36,500 would offer some form of resistance, and then you need to wait for a pullback on structure for another opportunity to buy back into it. So that's kind of the trade setup that I see at the moment. We have to wait for Europe to open, but I wouldn't even bother with this trend line, to be quite honest, at the moment, because there is another trend line just below it, which probably matches up what we should be looking for. Anyway, that's kind of my view at the moment. So want to see the oscillators down on the 50-minute, want to see them down at the bottom here, see where price ends, whether it holds this range of 36,278 so from the downside, or alternatively 36,340 on the upside. So break and retest of 36,340 gets me long. First target is up here, 36,490, and stop is just below, what do we have here? 36,278. A break of 36,278, not really keen on chasing shorts there. Rather wait at the next bit of structure, which will be down here at 36,190, to see what happens for another opportunity to buy into it. But that would probably open up a much bigger range for us. Anyway, we are going into the Christmas rally, and traditionally this sort of November period going into December is traditionally always a pretty green month, should I say. So that's kind of my view at the moment. So being a Monday, just wait and see what happens. Wait for those two levels. If it breaks, take the trade. I wouldn't be trading short money looking for longs, but that's just the way I trade this market. Anyway, hope it helps, and we'll catch up with you tomorrow morning. Cheers for now.